What's up everyone, my name's Louis. It's my mission to aid your awakening. In this video, we're going to discuss if you've been in an area of stagnation during your awakening, where to an extent you feel like although you've achieved a lot, maybe in the start of your awakening, you're now at the point where things are just slowing down a little, where you think, is this awakening really happening? Is it really benefiting me? Maybe some doubts are creeping in. So in this video, I'm going to discuss how you can move past this period of stagnation, this temporary period, which it is just a temporary period of stagnation, and how, although maybe you've built up structures which have taken you away from experiencing negative emotions, it has led to somewhat of a comfort zone to which you're now stuck in a place where you feel comfortable, yet your progress has stopped. So I'm going to discuss how you need to move past this and to some extent limit the amount of dopamine you're receiving, limit the amount of feel-good emotions that you may be hanging on to a bit too much in order to push forward, move out of this period of stagnation and really see rapid progress and let go of what you're holding on to, the resistance you've subconsciously built up in order to really experience the magic of awakening once again and experience mass transformation in your life. I'm going to discuss my journey with this in this video and how I'm now taking steps from where I came from, a very unstructured, had no boundaries, where I healed those negative emotions and everything was going great, but then I'm stuck again, stagnating, being in a comfort zone. I'm going to tell you how to get through this period so everything can light up for you once more and you'll be in a reality you love and where you can really feel rapid progress happening in a small amount of time. Let's get into it. Can you relate to what I'm saying now? You've maybe gone through a period of extreme amount of stuff happening. Feels like it's like a quickening in your awakening process where you're suddenly confronted with all these things you don't like about yourself, this some darker side of yourself. You're having rapid sensory changes in your perception of things to where things look in more detail, things seem brighter, things seem more sharper. Bad things also seem more negative. It's suddenly you're out of this world of illusions and everything you're now seeing for the first time with like new eyes, almost like you're on a psychedelic experience where you're seeing everything differently because you've awakened this new part of yourself. Now, if you experience something like this, you can relate to me. I started experiencing this when I was 18 years old and I was at university. I've told you about this before in other videos, where everything just changed. It was like a huge change in my life, and still to this day, I look back at it seeing one of the most incredible, almost profound, and also bizarre and crazy thing that's I've ever been through personally, to where everything was changing my mind. I was constantly questioning my beliefs, reframing things, having massive realizations, having amazing moments, magical moments where I start to read about spirituality. I'm starting to read and learn new things, and there's times where I take action, talk to people, I put myself more out there, and suddenly it's all happening. It all is true. I suddenly work it out, and I have moments like that. Have you had moments like that when you're literally just awake in bed, you can't sleep, you're brimming with ideas because everything is now starting to make sense, and it's so exciting. Yet as time goes by, maybe things have sort of slowed down a little bit. Maybe you started to found more groundedness. This isn't a bad thing. It's always good to be more grounded and to be able to take each day with more calm, with more peace, with more serenity. There's nothing wrong with that. But yet there's still that yearning inside yourself to almost go back to a time where maybe you didn't have as much money, maybe you didn't have the things surrounding you, maybe you didn't have the friends, relationships surrounding you, yet you're full of this aliveness, you're full of this excitedness to begin this journey and to be even taking part in the journey. Now maybe, although you've achieved the things you want to achieve, you still feel like you're watching from the sidelines to an extent. And this is the idea of stagnation that I want to talk about today. This idea that I've been feeling recently, and that's what's inspired me to make this video, this feeling of stagnation. And now's more of a time where you're going to feel it than ever because there's less to do, we're locked down, and overall in the collective there's a feeling that nothing is happening, that things have just become a complete stalemate, that no one can make any progress. I've tried my best to start this YouTube channel, I've tried my best to do certain things to make myself feel out of this, but it's very hard, and even though I feel like I'm making progress, there's still that feeling of lack that it's just around in the collective. You can feel it from other people, this strange, when no one's sure what this is, no one's sure what to do. Now this stagnation can also come in the form of having too much of a structure. While this is a nuanced point I'm going to make here, because while some of you may be hearing this in an extremely dark place, I feel for you, and I've been to that place, extremely dark place, where you need structure, you're craving some sort of normality because everything's changing. So don't take that for granted if you are in that place, but yet find structure, because now with the structure I have in my daily life, there's never really a hard day for me. I know it may sound stupid to say, but there's never really a day where I'm really down and really low, unless something serious happens, you know, something really severe happens to maybe a friend or family member that, you know, is very troubling. It's something external, which is awful. I don't really get in that place where I have a bad day and I'm really down, and that's thanks to the structure I've imposed. I work out a lot, I do meditation, things I've talked about on this channel, gratitude journaling, all really contribute to that, to where I feel like every little day I'm getting a bit forward by 1%. 1% better each day, 1% more. Like Jordan Peterson says, just improve on the person you were the day before. I agree with that to some extent, because we're all going to feel rough emotions that are going to arise at certain points. But this feeling of stagnation can also arise due to you having too much of a structure, which is a really strange one. And one thing I've noticed recently with my imposed structure that I have, I'm with friends, say, and I'm thinking about tomorrow, I'm thinking about I need to go to bed now. And I'm thinking about trying to control things too much. I want to have a date with someone and I want it to go this way. And when something's cancelled, it throws me off for the whole day, and I could walk past someone who could be my soulmate on the street because I'm in this negative state. It's all about letting go. It's all about things actually coming to you when you let go. And one thing, and now I'm transitioning, I'm hoping to share this on my journey with this on this channel, and maybe you're tapping into what I'm saying now too, because you've created a structure, and the structure's good, it's bringing you up, and it's giving you more groundedness, it's making you better, but then it clicks, and it gets to that point where it's just a comfort zone, it sort of plateaus out. And now that might be, when you feel too much in your comfort zone, you're not experiencing new emotions. These new emotions you're meant to explore during your awakening to make you someone better. Because this awakening, and I know this, and I can see many other examples of other people it's happened to, is not just here to heal you. It's not just here to take you out of the darkness. It's here also to give you an amazing, mind-blowing, unbelievable life while you're experiencing this lifetime on Earth. In the next part of the video, I'm going to discuss how you can move it out of this period of stagnation to make it really something, a really legendary experience while you're here on planet Earth. Anyway, so guys, this is for people that, like I said just then, it's for people that have now moved out of pain, are moving into a better place of more comfort, of more security with themselves internally, but they have this feeling that they want to achieve something great. You want to aspire to something much, much more than just having a structured life, than just being free of pain, free of a lot of suffering. And what that is, you're going to have to start pushing yourself now. Now this is hard. So I'll just go over it again. We look at it another way. We look at it in terms of dopamine. At the start, you're in a mode of dopamine preservation mode. This is where you're learning and you're training yourself to feel good. You're moving away from pain and starting to feel good within your body, start to feel more comfortable. Start doing things which make you feel alive, make you feel happy, make you feel present. You're looking at more comedy, you're aligning yourself with things that you're around, friends always make you laugh, you're having a great time. And now you're learning and healing your body through good emotions, higher vibrations. You're feeling nice. This is all good. And you're preserving and you're growing that dopamine within yourself so that you can walk around standing upright, so that you can have good posture, so that you can go around, engage with people, and it's free, it's off the cuff, it's fun. That's good. It's like the guy who goes out parties a lot. He learns then how to talk to people, how to have fun. But there's something else which you're lacking when you're doing this, and that is you may feel stagnation. Yeah, you may have fun, but is it really fulfilling? Is it really aligning yourself with a higher purpose? Because purpose is very high up on the vibrational energy scale. Purpose is about letting go, not just to have fun, be creative, spontaneous. It's also to strive to a high aspiration, to want to help people, to want to add value to this world and raise the vibration. You can do it in some ways, you can do it having fun, but it's all about now from going from the place of comfort, having structure around you, having support, feeling good, being comfortable in your environment. Like now we're in COVID, you could be very comfortable, you could be doing things that are good, but yet you feel there's something lacking and you're a bit stagnant. Yeah, so you still feel a bit stagnant, so you still feel like there's something else you need to be doing, and this is what I'm getting to now. I'm feeling good. I healed myself from a lot of this pain, a lot of these hard times, and now there's not really anything I worry about too much. And like I said, I don't really have any particularly hard days. The only hard days I have now are feeling that I could be doing more. The feeling that instead of just having fun and feeling good, I've had leisure time. I've been lucky enough to travel a lot, have lots of cool experiences, right? But I respect people who have been doing something hard and putting in hard work to do something that's ultimately rewarding on more of a soul level, to really have a higher purpose. And this is what got me into YouTube. But even with YouTube, I'm enjoying it, it's fun, but there's still something more I can do, and there's still more I can get out of it. And I see on the other side of a lot of hard work, a life I really want to be living. So I've had enough of leisure now, and I want to get in the mode of, instead of dopamine preservation, just feeling good, I want to strive towards something that restricts my dopamine in order to get to higher levels. I want to be able to speak way better. There's so many things I want to learn, but I know that it's not going to make me feel good doing these things. It's not just healing, it's also thriving. This is where you get into thriving, and this is which will get you out of stagnation. So you're feeling the stagnation, this is what's going to get you out of it. It is be willing to face resistance. You'll find the flow. I mean, this is the thing about resistance and flow. I've talked about this in another video. Resistance and flow do go hand in hand, but often the flow is only found on the other side of facing that resistance. Like when you start going to the gym, there's a lot of resistance, it's hard for you. Once you push through that resistance, it becomes a flow eventually going. A few weeks or months later, you get in the habit of it, you enjoy it. You get used to those endorphins you feel. And then it's easy for you to get up in the morning and happily walk, feeling light all the way to the gym, do whatever you do there. So you eventually get the flow on the other side of resistance, but it's facing that initial resistance which is powerful, which is how you live a disciplined life. Because if I wanted to be in dopamine preservation, say, I could, walk around, and this is what I used to do, because I used to be very much in this, always trying to feel good. I could, like, the way I'm talking on this video, I could be a bit more like, yeah, talk a bit more like this, mumble, relax my shoulders a bit more. It's a bit, hey guys, it's Louis, my mission stage of awakening. There's people looking at me, maybe go on my phone a bit, check my phone, eat some nice food, eat some some crisps and some sweeties, and sit on the sofa and feel warm, feel nice and warm. Do you think I want to do that? Of course I want to do that. I really, really want to do it, and everyone wants to do that. Everyone wants to do this. Everyone wants to do this. Do you think I want to be, there's people walking past right now, do you think I want to be doing this right now? No, I could put this in. I've got a new light, you may have seen on my last video. I'm going to put that in my bedroom, and I could just do a video where I'm a bit mumbly, I share some ideas. I go on Google, look at some ideas. I don't really share much examples of my own life, but I don't do that because I know there's something on the other side of facing that resistance. There's something on the other side of putting yourself in that uncomfortable position that is worth gaining. And that is something that's going to be more fulfilling than just feeling good, because that is only temporary. And only staying within the boundary and security of your own emotions and your own emotional awareness isn't going to bring you much. And it's not actually, because you've got these visions, right? And these visions and what you want to achieve and manifest isn't something where you're going to feel comfortable all the time. It's an ideal that is on the other side of the emotions. So yeah, I want to do this, and I want to actually, my friends help me do this. I'd rather not ask him to do a video because I don't want to annoy him or make him go out of his way, but I'll just do a little video. But you see what I mean? Everyone wants to do this, but what is pushing you? Find that thing that's pushing you. What is the thing that's pushing you to go beyond that, to go beyond these feelings, and really live a life where you move out now of this stagnation? Feel it, you can register it, you can recognize your vibration by feeling, is there potency in the way you speak, is there potency in the way you feel inside, or is that sort of like more of a numb, comfortable feeling? Now you've got to move past that to get out of this stagnation. I think that's how you do it, guys. Guys, you may have come across the famous Bruce Lee quote where he says, be like water. Now in some ways, and in some people's minds, and including my mind initially, I thought be like water means just be relaxed, be tranquil, be kind of passive, and just feel good and flow. It's true, like that's what water does, right? But I didn't really think it. I thought it out. I should have thought of the quote outside of myself. I thought of be like water being like that, but actually water is fitting any environment in which it finds itself in. Water flows and fits into any environment, not any self. I thought because being like water, you have to, as long as you feel good in yourself, any environment, that's fine. You're being like water because you're being flowy. But being like water means putting yourself, say if it's a hard environment, and being the person, being the thing which resonates and which works in that environment. So if you have this inspiration within you, some say you're cursed by inspiration because it's tough because you don't just want to live normally. You want to put yourself in a position where you can be like water, and in terms of be what's required in any situation, because that's what water does. Water becomes what's required of it to become whatever setting it's in. Instead of just feeling good, being flow, being passive, flow beyond yourself, beyond what your normal constraints or your mental constraints of yourself are, which are very limited, and be what's required in any situation you put yourself in, because you know, first of all, put yourself in that position, then be like water, then go beyond, be free. And that's how, guys, by moving into this mode, getting out of our mode of stagnation, we will get blessings, blessings, blessings. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to follow Instagram down below for daily posts, daily stories, daily content. And with that, I say peace and love. Bye-bye.